Once again, the inability to tackle. I know Limerick's a good player.
Yeah, right.
Some stuff out there that, what's going on there?
Well, if I had a solution for it or even an answer to it right now until I watch it, it's probably not fair to comment on it. It's one of the challenges that they do because they have the ability to spread you out and really force you to play in space. And right now, I don't think we're playing as good as we can in space or need to. So we got to really evaluate that. We got to see what that situation looks like and feels like, but obviously that was frustrating throughout the day today. Well, I don't know what changed or what happened. I just think a couple guys had chances to make plays and we didn't make them, right? And that's where you got to make those plays to win games like that and to be able to sustain that kind of momentum and success. And whether it was a mental error or whether it was a physical error, it's those are things you can't do, and those are things we did really well for, like you said, for 3 quarters. So. Again, we'll evaluate what that looks like and feels like, but had our chances for sure offensively to really, extend the game and give our Chelsea a chance to just stay ahead of the scoreboard. Yeah, well, obviously running, and my background has always been stop the run and run the ball on offense, and we didn't do a good enough job doing that today. It's one of the, like I said, a team like that really presents those kind of issues, and you got to kind of pick your poison at times. Are you going to load the box and stop the run and play one-on-one outside, or are you going to do opposite? And I think we tried to mix and match, but the reality, I think a lot of it goes back to certainly what was said before, is you got to tackle better. And I think some of those big runs came out because we didn't do a good job tackling at the line of scrimmage. And so got to get better at that. And obviously if we don't, then we'll be sitting here saying the same story over and over again. But if we do, we'll give ourselves chances to play better on defense. Well, it'll be really interesting. That's a great question. I'm kind of anxious to see. I just told our kids I can't wait for practice tomorrow because you can go one of 2 ways. And I think that's happened a little bit here, right? You lose a game, that's you fight, you scratch, you claw, and then you bag it, or you say, here's how close we really are. Here's what we did really well, and this is what we got to fix. And if we fix these things, then it gives us a chance to go be successful. And I think we saw how we've continued to make really good strides. In the last 3 weeks, we've made tremendous strides. But eventually, you got to get over the hump. And what's the process and what's the ability to do that? Well, it's a mindset of belief and realizing how I do the little things one day at a time affect the big picture, and I think we still have to be better at that because it showed up today, and so it'll be really interesting to see how we come back. It'll be one of two outcomes. We won't show up next week or we will, and that all depends on how we practice Sunday, in my opinion.